Hello guys, welcome back to another video on our channel, Our Eyes Your Eyes. Today I wanted to tell you my opinions and thoughts regarding an anime I watched in this period in which we had to stay at home. I think most of you guys did the same because during this long period in which we had to stay at home, the best solution was to watch a lot of anime. The anime that I wanted to talk to you about and that I felt so surprised about is Assassination Classroom. Look, this anime came out some years ago. At the beginning, I wanted to watch this anime, but on the other side, I said, is this really worth it? I mean, is this a great anime to watch or not? I saw many reviews about it and all of them, they said, oh my god, it's one of the best anime I watched, or oh my god, you should watch it because you're going to cry. I was so surprised about these comments because looking at the trailer, you never expect what you're going to watch. I have to say that I agree with these people. In fact, if you have the chance, guys, if you have an anime you have never watched but you would like to watch, watch Assassination Classroom. If you like that I'm going to review some other anime I watched, feel free to thumbs up and to subscribe to our channel. Of course, share this video with all the people who love Assassination Classroom or people who love anime reviews or anime thoughts and opinions, because I don't think that I am a reviewer, but most of the times, as you saw also during our live streamings, I like to talk more about anime that I watched. I like to go deep inside the anime I watched. So I think it's a really nice opportunity to share thoughts with you guys. So feel free to go on and watch this video if you liked the anime or if you have never watched the anime. When we see this classroom with these students waiting for this monster coming and they have to kill him, I thought, okay, this is the typical horror anime in which they have a monster, they have to defeat him, etc, etc. It's quite creepy and stuff like that. But then, wow, we understand that the story, the background story of this anime is totally different, and we are going to expect to feel emotional, totally emotional, especially at the end, of course. I've never expected to cry about this anime, and in fact I cried. You know that when there are some emotional parts or when there are some sensitive subjects involved in anime, I cry. So if you go and check out Demon Slayer, Magia Recordo or Shingeki no Kyojin, you find that sometimes I cry because I feel so sensitive. First of all, I wanted to thank this anime because you're going to find the perfect, in my opinion, the perfect relationship between students and teacher. I never expected to find an anime in which you really understand each point of view. I mean, the point of view of the students who want to be listened, who want to be comprehended, who wanted to be part of something, part of a relationship they can't have because of other personal problems they have in their life, but also part of a school because these students are taken away from the main school because the main school thinks they are losers. This class is the 3E class. Why E? Because usually, even in other anime, I saw that they categorize E as the worst class ever of the school because they have bad marks, they don't study, etc, etc. But here in this anime, we understand that the worst class can become the best. Most of the times, people are judged because of their marks at school, or because if you don't take a good mark, you're a loser. If you don't take a good mark, you are nobody. In this anime, you understand that even losers, they have something great to show, and they have something to give to other people. They have the chance to shine. On the other side, you find this strange teacher that even if he is a stranger, he's so human. Before becoming a yellow octopus, he was a human being. Becoming an alien that is so fast that you can't even reach him, you can't even defeat him by these strange weapons they prepared, the government prepared in order to end this monster. You see his human side prevailing. He is the perfect teacher, I think. He is the teacher everybody wants to have inside of a classroom. The teacher everybody wants. Why I say this is because Koro Sensei, I think he is the perfect description of the sensei who can listen to his students, who can give them courage, who can push them to be the best as they can. The teacher who has a faith in his students, and the teacher who doesn't want that his students give up so easily, because all people have some strong points in life, and even if they are part of this 3E class, they have something that other people don't have, that other students in the other main building of the school don't. No matter how weak you can be in front of other people's eyes, you always have something that other people don't have. You are special, even if you are considered as a loser or as a person who can't do anything. I thank you, Koro Sensei, for teaching this not just to students but also to adults. In fact, the other protagonists involved in this story, they understand little by little that these students are not there for nothing, and that those students are chosen for this mission that other people can't do. In life, you always have a purpose, you always have a goal to fulfill, so don't give up so easily. Even if it sounds so hard to reach it, or even if other people don't trust you, there will always be a person who can trust you. And we can see this theme in many other anime that are typically shonen, but also other genres, they repeat this concept. Don't worry, because no matter what, you're going to find a person who's going to trust you. You're not alone. This anime has 2 seasons. The first one is just to let you be part of this group, of this class. It's made also to let you understand the characters more. But the second season, I think it's the best one. In the second season, you're going to find most of the things you need to know in order to reach the end of the story. The good thing of this anime is that nobody is strong and nobody is weak. All of us have strong characteristics, weak characteristics, weak points, strong points. I mean, we are made of this. We are not all strong and we are not all weak. We are in the middle. So we have to go and search inside ourselves which are our weak points and which are our strong points, and comprehend these and accept these. This is the most important thing to do. Even if we have some weaknesses, that doesn't mean we can't be strong. That doesn't mean we can't be appreciated anyway. This anime helps us understanding this. We see even Nagisa. Nagisa, he is the main student with the main protagonist, let's say, with the blue hair, and he always underestimated himself. He always wanted to shine somehow, but he couldn't because of his parents, because of his mother's opinion. I found it so disgusting when I saw his mother in season 2. She said, I prefer to have a girl, or you're nothing, you have to follow what I say, you're not great, you should go here, you should go there, I decide the university in which you will go. It's so nice in anime to see these bad examples, because from these bad examples you can get your ideas, you can understand your opinions. And I think this is not bad to see these bad characters, because they help you. They just help you to understand, okay, I will never become a parent like that. Or, okay, I also have a mother like that, but I prefer myself instead of other people. This is important. I think even teenagers should watch this anime because with the example of Nagisa, you understand okay, I want to decide about my life. I don't want other people to decide what I have to do or what I should do, because my life is my life. The fact that I am the owner of my life, it means I decide. He was forced to have long hair because her mother preferred him to be a girl instead of a boy, and she refused to accept him. I think this is so common in real life. I think people know themselves better than others, and when people pretend to know you more than you do, it's just presumptuous. I think it's ridiculous when other people say, oh, but I know you. No, come on. I mean, I am 31 years old and I still don't understand myself completely. So I find so ridiculous when other people pretend to know you instead of yourself. This anime is great because you understand that people, each person, should be accepted in society, no matter who you are, no matter the gender you are, no matter the color of your skin, and stuff like that. The good point of this anime is that you have to accept other people. There is no excuse. And if this person is not doing what you want, that doesn't mean he or she is wrong. Total respect for Nagisa that he decided to shine as he wanted, without restrictions, without impositions. And Koro Sensei accepted him. Koro Sensei was the first man octopus, in this case, to accept Nagisa as he really was. The fact that all students could be understood by somebody who was a stranger, and later he is becoming part of a sort of a family that this classroom could make. This is unbelievably beautiful. I think each classroom should be like a family, because in each classroom you can find a different type of students, different type of personalities all together. So instead of fighting, instead of finding the weak points of another student, you should cooperate and you should become one. This anime showed us that if you stay all together, you can be so powerful, you can be one, and you can reach the goal you want. In 1 year they had to defeat Koro Sensei, and throughout this year you see episode by episode. In fact, that's why I think all episodes are necessary. I mean, I found more interesting season 2, but that doesn't mean that season 1 is not essential. You should watch it from the beginning. Episode after episode, these students are showing themselves to Koro Sensei as they are. And Koro Sensei is giving them advice in order to be better, in order not to be underestimated, in order to be themselves only. What a teacher wants for his students is to become better and better and better, to improve, not to discourage his students. I find that is marvelous because most of the times you find contexts, not schools only, but even workplaces. You find the people who try to push you down, or they try to defeat you as if you are their enemies. They don't want you to improve. Maybe because they are afraid that you can become better than them. And Koro Sensei is different because he wants the best for his students. He wants them to improve so much, go beyond their limits. Because, okay, all human people, they have limits. We can't be perfect, as I told you already, but that doesn't mean that that specific limit can't be overcome. I think there are limits and limits. Some of our limits, they can be overcome, but most of the times we feel afraid to go beyond them, or some other times we excuse ourselves by not doing something because we say, okay, it's my limit, I can't do it, so sorry. It sounds like an excuse, right? At the end of the day, we never stop asking ourselves, is it really a limit I can't overcome? It's really nice to ask ourselves, can we overcome a limit we have? Can we go beyond our fear to overcome that limit? How much is easy or difficult to overcome our limit? How much impossible is it to overcome that limit? I think Koro Sensei showed us that even if you are a 3E class, even if you are the loser of the school, even if you have a bad marks, that limit can be overcome, because you just have to improve yourself. You just have to study. You just have to find the beauty of okay, I have a limit. Oh, I can overcome this. The challenge. No matter how hard some things are, there is a challenge over there. Okay, so let's take it as a competition. Let's use it as a competition in order to be better. Not because I have to challenge somebody else, but because I wanted to be better. We found this also in the moments in which the 3E class is challenging the A class, that is the main, the most famous and the best class in the school. That competition is not the usual competition in which we see the best student challenging the worst student. Ha ha ha, we are going to win. Okay, at the beginning it sounds like that. But at the end of the day, we see the son of the owner of the school understands that the competition is not just a negative thing, but it's a positive thing to become better as a personal challenge. Even in real life, usually we like to compete. We like to start competitions with other people just because we wanted to show them we are better. But I think the best thing to do is to show ourselves that we are better. And the real competition is in ourselves, not towards somebody else. I don't know if you agree with these guys, but I felt this through this anime. All characters are needed in this story. Even the teachers, the Russian woman, and also the other character. Right now I don't remember his name, but I'm going to put it here down below. I think they are essential because Koro Sensei is not teaching students only. Koro Sensei is an adult and he can teach other adults, or he can suggest, not just the teaching. I think he doesn't want to impose his ideas on others, but he wants to give a sort of a suggestion, a sort of advice to start them thinking. Even adults understood a lot through him. They understood how to appreciate other people next to them. They understood how to be great, even if people don't think they are. For example, Bichi Sensei, she doesn't think she can teach something to other people, or she can't be useful to other people because she is just a spy and she have worked so hard to do stuff like that, and she doesn't know at the beginning how to get in touch with students or how to be familiar with them. I think that after that experience, she understood how to get in touch with people with different ages. No matter if you are a student, no matter if you are an adult, she discovered in this family that is the classroom and that is this camp, she can find the family she couldn't have. Most of the times we have a family, all of us have a family, but this family doesn't represent us totally. So we find another family, a second family. It can be our friends, can be other relatives we have, it can be strangers. We believe we have some brothers or sisters that are not blood related to us, but they can be more family than our own family. I don't know if you understand what I mean. I think Bichi Sensei found a new family in that context, a family that could make her laugh, that could make her felt as if she's part of something. Most of the times we love to be part of something. All characters in anime are essential. Most of the times there is always the difference between main characters, secondary characters. But as you saw, even in Shingeki no Kyojin, in some anime, you can find that all characters are needed to be there. The owner of the school, he is so villain at the beginning, and he wants to teach his main students, the A class, as if they are robots, as if the student is not creating a relationship with what he or she is studying. Previously, he made a mistake with his previous students, and now he's making another mistake because he's not paying attention to his students. He is not taking care of them. He just wants to reach his goal as the great teacher who can teach and who can make this school becoming the best of the best school in Japan. I don't think that's the point of a teacher. And in fact, at the end of the day, he realized that. He understood that the great thing is to listen to your students, to listen to what they need, to understand their weaknesses and work on them to make them become better. All people are important and we can't use them for our purposes. Using people is something unbelievably wrong. Koro-sensei helped him understanding this, even if for him it was something usual, something he did because the most important thing was the school, not the people living inside the school. That means the students. But if you want to create a good school, you have to create good students first. And by creating good students first, that doesn't mean you have to use them or you have to make them as if they are robots, or you have to let them learn by heart things. Learning by heart, it can be useful for a few minutes, but later or after some years, you're going to lose all the things you learned. If you don't have a logical mind, if you don't have a strategical mind, if you don't push yourself to find an interesting way to defeat the enemy, that in this case it's the exam, if you don't challenge yourself, as I told you, if you always take care of what the book said, or if you take care of that professor, that teacher told me this, the only rule is this, you can't find other ways to go out from an exam rather than following what my teacher said. No, I think we have to explore our mind and find different ways to erase the problem, to defeat the problem. Let's pretend that the problem was the exam we saw in the anime. The 3E understood other ways, and one of the ways was to cooperate with other students, to help each other. You should help each other. You should find a way to cooperate and find the exit. This is a great metaphor of life. You can't do everything by yourself. You don't have to be ashamed to ask for help. Most of the people, they think, I can do everything by myself. I can show you that I am independent. I can do everything. Yeah, it's nice to be independent. It's nice to take care of yourself and to know that you can do most of the stuff in order to overcome your limits, in order to be better. That's great if you can do it. But if you can't, don't be ashamed. Don't feel bad if you wanted to ask for help. Asking for help doesn't mean you're weak. It means you are strong enough to understand you can't do everything by yourself. So by the excuse of defeating him, he created a family. The final mission was 3E, you have to defeat me. But what did we see at the end? I mean, at the end is the key that shows that those weapons, they were not useful. The end we see is quite emotional. In fact, I cried, as I told you. When he is going to say the names of the students again, from some point of view, it's like, he is saying bye-bye to them. He has to go. That's the most emotional scene of the anime. He says goodbye to them because they pass the exam. They solved the problems they had. So let's say that Koro-sensei is like a metaphor of an exam. That exam that is unbeatable, that exam that you can't pass in life, that moment in life you think it will never be over. No, you can pass it. When he says the name of the students at the end of the story, I think he wants to say them, not just because it's like as if they are in a classroom, but because he wants to remark each name of the student, because each of them was useful to reach the goal, was useful to make the final result. I really loved that moment. One of the last things to say is the end. No matter if Koro-sensei went away, and no matter if Koro-sensei can't come back, you still have inside of your heart a part of him. When we lose somebody we really care about, we feel as if nothing is going to be the same anymore. We understand that no matter what, that a dear person, he or she will stay always inside of us, and until we will treasure him or her inside of our hearts, he or she will never be dead. Koro Sensei gave them, each of them, a big book of memories, a big book of advice that is typical of our parents, typical of our older relatives who one day will go. They will leave us something. It could be a memory, it could be a picture. In fact, in the book of Koro Sensei, he put the pictures but also advice, right? It's the representation of how all the generations can be helpful anyway. And we should appreciate the memories we collect with the people we love, because once they are gone, the only thing we have is the memory in our heart. Even Nagisa and all the other students, they were crying so hard when Koro Sensei left. But after a period of time, they are smiling because no matter what, no matter if Koro Sensei is gone, they are going to find the Koro Sensei in each of them, because the experience they got is thanks to Koro Sensei. I think anime can teach. Anime can really teach what's good, what's bad, how to make your own opinion on things. By seeing a character doing something bad or by seeing a character saying something good. All the generations even, they are underestimating anime because they think, no, it's something for kids. Come on. You can't learn by these kind of stuff. You can only learn through books. No, that's not right. I think that everything we have on this earth can teach us something. It depends on how you use these things in order to learn something. This anime gave me great things to think about, even about my person, that are not related to school only. It's related to real life in general. Last thing that I wanted to tell you is the last scene in which we see Nagisa. He didn't know what to do of his life. He didn't know what to become. Other people wanted him to become this, to become that, etc., but at the end of the day, he decided to become a teacher. That means that Koro Sensei was an inspiration. And this is great because all the generations can become an inspiration to other people. Not just all the generations, but even people who have the same age can become an inspiration to others. The last scene, he was so insecure. He didn't know how to manage a class that was totally different from his standard. So what he did was to try to overcome another limit. That means that all the things Koro Sensei told him could be useful not just for his case when he was a teenager, but also when he became an adult. The end was an exaltation. It was a way to thank Koro Sensei once again. Koro Sensei is not perfection. He also made mistakes. He also recognized his mistakes. And he doesn't want to repeat his mistakes once again. And this is a great teaching. Don't repeat the same mistakes. Try not to. If you repeat the same mistakes, you didn't learn anything. Work on it. Be better. Experience yourself. Try to learn yourself. Try to listen to yourself more. Try to understand that you need the help of others. Try to learn that even the best person on earth has problems. Don't underestimate people you have in front of you. And don't overestimate the people you have in front of you. Because we are all at the same level. We are all the same. We are equal. There are no people who stay here and people who stay here. There is no difference. Even in this society, in Japanese society, you find the people who have a power and they declare their power, their authorities so hard. They make other people feel nothing, as if they don't count anything. So my vote for this anime is a 10. Because even if there are comic parts, even if you laugh most of the times in some episodes, and this is good, because anime can't be serious only. As I told you many times during live streamings, they have to be funny. They have to make you laugh also. You can't cry all the times. You can't be serious all the times. You have also to laugh. I think this anime is complete. You should watch it. Maybe I skipped some other stuff, but you can write them in the comments below, your thoughts, your opinions, what you thought about this anime. I think each of us have a different opinion, so it would be so interesting to see what you thought, or if you thought the same as I did. Stay tuned, keep watching us. Thank you so much. I think this video is so long, but I really wanted to do this. Subscribe to our channel, follow us on our social media. Bye guys, see you in the next video. Hope you will stay with us. Stay with us because there is Demon Slayer, Shingeki no Kyojin, blah blah blah. Stay tuned. See ya.